Bright QT. Every student matters.
Hello students, this is the second topic of your chapter which says chemical effects of electric current. This is the main topic of this chapter basically. Now in front of you, you have a picture that has an electric circuit. This is the beaker. Basically in the beaker you have, this is the beaker, you have water inside the beaker, right? Now to perform this experiment, firstly you need 2 carbon rods. You can take it out from old battery cells. Take out the carbon rods from the battery cells, and you have to put the metal cap on the rods as well. This is the rod and you have to put a metal cap on it. You have to take care that this metal cap should be above water. It must not be dip into water. See, the water level is here. So we have to take care that the metal cap is above the water. Now what is happening? This is the carbon rod and this is the metal cap. This is another carbon rod and this is the battery. Right? You can also put a bulb if you want to, but that is not necessary here. You will be seeing some different effects. What happens is when you turn on the circuit, you see that there are some bubbles coming out of the water near the electrodes. What is the observation? Bubbles coming out near the electrodes. So this is something very unusual. This is not a part of the electric circuit. Why is this happening? So students, this is what we have to learn, that during this electric circuit, electric current passage, there are some chemical effects as well. This is because as soon as we turn on the electricity, some chemical reactions also occur. Some chemical reactions also take place as a result of the passage of electric current, due to which you see some different effects that are not expected usually, right? So students, the observation that we made was that it conducted electricity, right? Second observation was that there were bubbles coming out of the water near the electrodes, right? So now you have understood what are the 2 observations and what is the main observation that we draw, that there are some chemical reactions happening due to which we see the bubbles. Now students, what is the explanation to this? Let us read. The passage of an electric current through a conducting solution causes chemical reactions. This is what I was telling about, that when we pass current through a liquid, electric current causes chemical reactions. Now as a result, the bubbles of a gas may be formed on the electrodes. Sometimes also as the water is also made up of some substance, the carbon electrodes are also made up of some substance. When they react together due to the passage of electricity, some gas may be released. So that is why we see the bubbles. Now deposits of metals may be seen on electrodes. Changes of colors of the solutions may occur. These are all the chemical effects, including the evolution of a gas. These are all chemical effects in which you see the deposition of a metal on electrodes. You will be seeing that experiment in the topic electroplating in this chapter only. Then the reaction would depend on what the solution and electrodes are used. Totally depends on the electrodes and solution. You may see a different kind of chemical reaction with each case. There are some of the chemical effects of the electric current. These are some of the electric basically effects of the chemical current. Now students, another activity in front of you, we will be testing fruits and vegetables. Now students, you have a circuit in front of you. For example, we have taken a potato to complete the circuit. This is a potato. How are you going to test it? You are going to make a circuit. This is a magnetic tester with a compass and a matchbox, as we have just discussed in the first lecture. Then this is the battery. This is the potato. And these are conducting wires. Now student, what happens is when you turn on the battery, the current flows, but it does not flow after the potato, because potato does not conduct electricity. But there is one thing that is observed, that is this portion, this tiny portion where we had the positive terminal connected. This portion turns green. and this happens every time. You can do it many times and you'll notice that the terminal, the positive terminal, the area where the positive terminal has been inserted in a potato, it turns green. So it means that there is some chemical reaction. Although the current is not flowing any further, but there is some chemical reaction happening here on the potato that is causing it to become green. So what are the observations? Does not conduct electricity. The potato does not conduct electricity, and at the positive terminal's end, at the end of the positive terminal, what is that you notice? You notice that the area turns green. What does it prove? That there is some chemical reaction that is being witnessed, due to which the color of the potato turns green. So in this lecture we have learnt how different substances conduct electricity and what are the chemical effects of an electric current. In the next lecture we will be studying about electroplating. Thank you for your attention, students.